Nice 48-degree morning. Not complaining about the 48. Feels kind of good. Better than a few weeks ago when we had a couple of 42-degree mornings. The toaster. Becky's car goes in this morning. Well, today. So she's borrowing the toaster from Maury for the week. Hopefully get her car back by the end of the week. So Maury brought the toaster out before Ty went home last night. They stuck around for dinner. But for anybody that doesn't remember what happened or doesn't know, she had a deer jump across in front of her. Notice there's no license plate on it. That's because the way the deer hit would have been the hip about here, body about there. The license plate was wedged in her butt cheeks. Quite literally, the plate and the bracket wedged in her butt cheeks. And, since the pandemic started, getting anything in to get it worked on is a pain in the ass because, most body shops around here were backed up before that. Then that hit, and then they weren't supposed to work, and then they couldn't get parts. And, you all seen my pickup wait to go in, and then go in not once, not twice, but 3 times. And Ty's car, takes over a year to get anything fixed. It's freaking stupid. But it's not the body shop's fault. Deal with the guy I went to school with. Been friends for a long time, and he's good. And he does anything and everything to make sure it's right and make sure it gets done. But when he can't get the parts, it's kind of hard to do it. So, anyway. Part of today is, Becky's just not sure about going too far of a distance yet. She's doing much better, but so I guess Ty and I get to take it down to get fixed. Excuse me. I do believe that's adoptive mommy. I think. That's a heifer complaining. I gotta get close enough to. Yeah, that's who that is. You didn't leave Hope out there in a little 3/4 piece this morning, did you, girl? Yeah, she didn't do that on purpose anyway. She really has been yeah, I'm sure that's who it is. If I could read the tag, it'd help. But number 1, it's, my eyeballs aren't working this morning. And number 2, her tag's faded anyway. But see, now I want to find Hope. But I know she's around there somewhere. When Maury brought the toaster out last night, he brought this little welder with the spool gun. Pretty good little welder. But what he forgot to bring, which Tylen usually does, is his tank and regulator. But that's okay. That's an argon tank with an argon regulator on it. And, hey, everything's reaching just right. And, he brought the 220 cord for it. It has a 110 and a 220 cord. But we don't have that plug on anything. Now, I don't know if I got an adapter or what, because I thought we ran it on 220 before. But for this, the 110 will work just fine. I guess I really need to go upstairs and get that crate that's got the spool gun and everything for our welder and see what we gotta do to put it back on there. But unfortunately, the control box mounts on top, right where that tape measure is. And anytime you do anything, you gotta take everything apart. So I don't know. I really don't. But I'm gonna see what I can do. And yeah, I also got to get that down where it belongs. And I'm debating, do I weld it and then heat it and bring it all down together, because everything's got a little tweak in it? Or do I try to heat it and get it down flat first? I had a little trouble trying to straighten it before. From here out, that's all cracked up, simply because I guess got it too hot and it started to fall apart. But the piece fits in there just perfect. That's why I'm kind of wondering, do I go ahead and stick it together and then bring it down? Because it's got to be on a whole lot different plane than it is. Might have to go out and look at the other one and see. I think it's parallel with these. I think. If not, it's pretty close to it. So, anyway, I'm going to see what I can do with this. Well, I got to say, it's a whole lot easier than welding on irrigation pipe. Yeah, I know, it ain't the prettiest. You'll get over it. It'll work. And near as I could figure, that and that's on the same plane, so it's not on the same plane with this. It's off that little bit, which that looks about right. Going to the nozzle. A little bit of heat after when I had it turn the other way, I welded it just a single pass, and then I put the heat to it, put the pliers on that, brought her down to where, if you look here, and no, I'm not going to touch it, and you look right there, they sure look like they're on the same plane on all aspects. Then I went over, bridged over both sides, especially where, like I say, whichever side it was, I think it was here, I had it all cracked out. So anyway, I went over all that, so it stuck good. And just flipped her over and made a single pass on the bottom. I actually had to do a double pass here because I cut over too soon and missed part of the crack, so a little there. And then here is where it was boogered through, so there's a little extra there. The other side looks a little better, I think. But anyway, that project is done. Maury got that because one of his trucks has an aluminum box, high side aluminum box, and the trailer matches it. Aluminum box on the trailer. And, where else can you get something that'll run aluminum cheap? And with the new technology, yes, even hobo freight stuff is pretty decent. I mean, honestly, I've ran this thing. I doubt I have an hour total running this little welder. I know Maury's got a lot more than that. Between the two of us, I'm the welder and he's not, but he's getting along great with this thing and is doing a good job for him, and he's doing a good job with it. So, that being said, yeah, I'd get one. The spool gun seems to be pretty good. I mean, it's, not what we used to run, but it's actually probably lighter weight and easier to handle. I said, one of these days we can get the box down and do something with it. This whole week kind of screwed up, so that might happen this week just because, I don't know. But anyway, get that all unhooked, and I don't think I have any other aluminum that needs to be welded at the moment, so it can go back home. Oh, there's the top. Made sure I got it. Well, it was cracked from here that way anyway, so. And from here to here, when I tried to straighten that out before, because it was actually broke about where my fingernail is, that was all cracked up, so that's pretty well filled in. Appears to be on about the proper angle from the dangle. I'll put the plastic piece back on it now, if I remember where it got put. Right here. Right there. That's what makes it go. It goes on right there. So that's what I'm going to do. That wire's not supposed to be down here. It's supposed to be up there. But both these broken off. Interesting. That's okay. I got a ladder here. Got a couple screw in I'm going to put in. Easier than trying to swing a hammer up there. Oh, hey, and I got an interesting one for you. Ron, I'm going to tell on you. Seems that Ron had a little fun today. See if I can have fun too. I haven't checked for bees down here, and there's a few buzzing. He had a bee fly in the truck at him. He swatted it away. Apparently it came back. Had that happen too. Except I'm going to say that I might have been a little luckier than Ron. Because when I had it happen, I gotta get up a little higher. When I had it happen, I had a 59 Pete hauling silage to Tillamook. And, yeah, we can go up here, it ain't gonna hurt. The little bugger hit my mirror and went stinger first into my bicep while making a left-hand turn. And that old truck didn't have power steering. That was a fun ride. That's when I really became a believer in using chew or tobacco anyway on bee stings. Take the chew out of your mouth, put it on there, throw a Band-Aid on it. Or if you smoke, bust a chunk off a cigarette. Either stick it in your mouth for a second to get it wet, or get a little water on it, and yeah, this is not going in very well. And do the same thing, it'll do it too. But anyway, Ron got stung on the eyelid. I'd love to see a picture, but I doubt I'm going to get that. So, y'all see Ron comment. You know, give him a little love for that one. Because I don't care, that hurts. He was luckily at a rock pit, and the gal in the office, I guess, helped him. Give him a Benadryl and got him so he could function anyway. I'm going to let you go so I can do this. If I get up one more step higher, I can do it a little easier, I think. And yes, I'm kind of watching for bees. They like to get in those gate stops all the way around. They like to get in this gate, used material, so there's holes in it. Not to mention the ends, but they've been filled with expansion foam, which keeps them out of them. But anyway, yeah, be careful around bees. Happy baby, but just a minute ago she was yelling and screaming. Trying to play with the stuff in front of her, and she can't get it to come to her.
She's not tired.
She's yelling at it.
Yes, she's yelling at it. She is so anti-TT's child.
She just wants to chew on something. Anyway, we ended up back in here because Blakely was being a bit of a handful for Becky, so Ty had to come in here. Then I got the mail and had to bring the mail in. And she's been fussing, not fuss. Ty got a little water-filled binky in the freezer for her that seems to help her. Because she's got teething going on, plus whatever else. And growing. Anyway, figured I'd get that for you.